What's up, Dunk Squad? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're back with year 2 of the Madden 23 Pittsburgh Steelers Realistic Rebuild. If you tuned in to part 1, it went just as planned, as we only finished with 4 wins. It was Mike Tomlin's first losing season of his career. We got the number 2 overall pick in the draft, and I enjoyed every single second of it. But because this is the realistic rebuilds, it's still as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. We're still trying to build a good enough roster to maybe win the division, the AFC North, to maybe even make the playoffs, to maybe even reach an AFC championship game, or even get to a Super Bowl. I don't want to say win a Super Bowl because I ain't trying to give the Steelers another Lombardi trophy. But we did do very good in the draft. We had a couple of dev traits in the draft, and I think we did pretty well. And let's waste no more time, and let's meet some of those draft picks and meet the team, the squad, the roster here in year 2 of the Pittsburgh Steelers realistic rebuild. Quarterback Kenny Pickett, he didn't start off as a starter to begin the season last season, but he came in towards the middle of the season. We benched Trubisky, and we went with Kenny Pickett, who will be the quarterback of the future. The backup quarterback is still Mitchell Trubisky. We could get off that contract, could release him or trade him, but I think he'll be a good backup option right now. Behind Kenny Pickett, he at least knows the offense. They brought in Mike Glennon just to have a third quarterback in the preseason. He also has that mentor tag. Running back Najee Harris, who was probably the only bright spot of the offense last season. We had one of the worst offenses in the league. We were, number 32, 31, 30 in every single category. But when it came to running the ball, he had over 1,100 yards, well over 4 yards per carry, and double-digit touchdowns with 12. And look what we did with the running back room. DeAndre Lynn, who we just drafted in the draft, I think we got him in the 4th round. He's 74 overall, hidden dev, power back to back up Najee Harris. We still got Jalen Warren here. And then Monty Bowens, who we took in the 6th round, he also popped with a hidden dev trait. So we have 3 running backs on the roster that at least have star dev. Najee Harris with that superstar dev. Fullback, we brought back Derek Watt, I think on a 2-year deal. You got the news today, as I record this, J.J. Watt will be retiring at the end of the regular season. Derek Watt is one of the Watt brothers. Wide receiver, we got Deontay Johnson, who went down dev trade, got stripped of his superstar dev. He is still a star. Y'all know how I feel about Deontay Johnson. So I did not care if he lost that superstar dev trade. George Pickens, though, he had a great rookie season. I think he had 1,000 yards. And I think going forward, because I did admit that I like George Pickens, I would pick him over Deontay Johnson any day. I think George Pickens is going to be our wide receiver 1 going forward. We still got Anthony Miller on the roster, and then Calvin Austin will be our slot going into the regular season. Tight end, we got Pat Freiermuth, brought in Chris Manhurst to be the backup. Still got Connor Hayward. Left tackle, we got Dan Moore Jr. Offensive line, though, offensive line was terrible, especially from both tackle positions. Both gave up, I think, at least 14, 15 sacks on both sides. But we got Dan Moore. He's still young, still developing. We brought in James Hurst to be a backup as some competition. Left guard got Kevin Dotson, I think, in a contract year. But he's one of our offensive linemen with at least a star dev. We brought in the former Bengal, Bobby Evans Jr., to be his backup. Mason Cole, who was probably the best offensive lineman, surprisingly, last season. He only allowed 1 sack at center, and that puts me kind of in a bit of a situation because it's like we have Kendrick Green, who we did not play at all last season. He was the backup left guard. He's young. He's a future starter. We could try to develop him. I want to get him some reps, but with the play of Mason Cole, I think Mason Cole has earned the right to start a center, but they're going to battle it out in preseason. We moved Kendrick Green over the center so they can compete. Right guard, you got James Daniels. We brought in Senio Clemente to be a backup. He also has that mentor tag. And then at right tackle, Okorafor was terrible last season. But we drafted this guy, Dorian Myers, who was a guard, moved him out to right tackle. He does have hidden dev, and he will compete, probably start at right tackle, even though Okorafor still has that horrible contract. Left end got Larry Ogunjobi. He's going to start at left end. We had him playing nose tackle last season. I forgot who we had as our starting left end last season. But Ogunjobi's going to go back to left end. We have DeMarvin Leal going into his second season. Right end, Cam Hayward did not retire, so we have him for at least one more season. We got Loudermilk backing him up. And then at nose tackle, yes, we still have Montravius Adams, but we drafted this guy, Deshaun Barton, I think, with our second round pick, 75 overall, hidden dev. He's going to be a day one instant starter. Left outside linebacker, left edge rusher, TJ Watt. Still one of the best in the league. I think he was banged up last season, though. He only had 6 sacks, 10 TFLs, but he got injured for about 7 weeks during the middle of the season. Middle linebacker, Miles Jack. Devin Bush, still here, still a tandem. Right outside linebacker, Alex Highsmith, though. Kept saying he was playing at a high level last season during the simulation. He had, 16 TFLs. He led our defense in sacks with 10 sacks, and he had 3 interceptions. So Alex Highsmith, great season for him. Rightfully earned, rightfully deserved superstar depth. Brought in Terrell Basham to add more depth to that edge position. And then William Jackson still got him as our corner one. Got Levi Wallace, who probably was our best corner. Got Akilo Witherspoon still here. But I said it in the first video, cornerback is probably the weakest position on the Steelers' defense. So we went with cornerback at the number 2 overall pick, and we took this guy, Junior Williams, 6'2", 183, out of Louisville to be our day one starting corner. And I think he's going to add to this cornerback room. We also brought back James Pierre. And then free safety, got Minkah Fitzpatrick. Strong safety, we have Terrell Edmonds, who we extended last season. Brought in Tavon Wilson to be a backup. Kicker Chris Boswell, I'm just going to make him a team captain right now. And then punter, we have Presley Harvin still at punter. And that is the roster going into the preseason for year 2. Let's simulate it. We also are going to bench some of the starters. I know, the first year 1, part 1, I said we were playing everybody in preseason. I don't care if they get hurt. But, in real life, guys like TJ Watt, guys like Cam Hayward, Minkah Fitzpatrick, they're probably not going to play every preseason game. So we did bench them, so they don't get hurt, and we'll have them for the regular season. Let's simulate the preseason. Thought about firing the offensive coordinator because our offense was just so bad, but we're going to keep them on. We're going to keep them on the team. We do lose the first preseason game, and I know we have some position battles going on at center between Mason Cole and Kendrick Green. So let's go with Kendrick Green for the next game. And then at right tackle, Okorafor and the rookie Dorian Myers. I think that is the only 2. We might have one at defensive tackle between. No, Bart is going to start over Montravius Adams. So we're not even worried about that. I guess cornerback, we could move up Junior Williams and bench William Jackson, because William Jackson used to always get injured when he was in Cincinnati. So yeah, we'll do that. Get James Pierre a little bit of playing time. That would be good. Levi Wallace can lead the way. And let's simulate the second preseason game against the Carolina Panthers. And we lose to them. And let's see, we have Mason Cole. We have the center, the rookie center. I think we're going to keep both rookie offensive linemen in for this next preseason. I want them to win the jobs. I like Mason Cole, what he did last season. I kind of want to start him again. We might have to trade one of these offensive linemen. We can't get out of the Okorafor contract, so we probably have to keep him on the roster. I could eat that money, but I don't feel like eating right now. Man, we got Dan Moore. Dotson's in a contract year, but he has star devs, same as James Daniels. Will we trade Mason Cole if we decide to go with Kendrick? I think Mason Cole or Kendrick Green would be the 2 candidates that we trade. I don't know yet. I don't know. Let's just simulate the final preseason game, see how everybody did. I don't even know who's going to start at center, but we'll see how they did when it comes to the stats in the preseason here after week 3. And we lose every preseason game, and we lose the final one to the Cardinals, 49-17, to go 0-3 in the preseason. Let's look and see how everybody did. Mitchell Trubisky against backups threw 3 interceptions. Kenny Pickett is going to be the day one starter. Running back DeAndre Lynn, the rookie, behind Najee Harris, had 2 touchdowns. Najee Harris had 1 touchdown, 50 yards. And Jaylen Warren only averaged 2.1, probably going to play the 6th-round pick who had a hinder dev over him. Their receiver, Anthony Miller, had a great preseason. Freiermuth, Pickens, DJ Turner, Isaiah Zuber. Calvin Austin had 2 touchdowns, though. He will be in the slot this season. And then offense. James Hurst gave up 3, so Dan Moore will keep his job. Kendrick Green only gave up 1, and he started 2 of those games. Now, Mason Cole didn't give up any, but he was playing against backups. So I think we're going to have to find a way to split some of the reps. I don't know. I think Kendrick Green, though, that's impressive. Only giving up 1. I wish he would have gave up none. But probably going to go with Kendrick Green. And then cornerback. Our rookie corner had a pick. Larry Ogunjobi had a sack and a half. Highsmith had a half a sack. And then Miles Jack and Trey Norwood had a pick. So Trey Norwood will lock down that backup free safety position behind Mika Fitzpatrick. Chris Boswell, our new team captain, does miss a field goal. We get 3 punts inside the 20. Probably no special teams touchdown. Now it's time to make cuts and demote some of these guys to the PS practice squad. Only 6 players. I think Mike Glennon will be the first one. Would love to keep him with that mentor tag, but don't need him. We'll keep all our running backs. I think we have a bunch of receivers. So Zuber and Turner played great. So Omar Bayless, he can go. Seth Williams, I would keep him on the practice squad. And then Maurice French, we will keep him on the practice squad. Tight end, we're good. Offensive line, we are good. I might put one of these guys on the trading block. Mason Cole's only 27. I'm just going to keep both for right now. Left end, we're good. I mean, we could put John. We're going to keep all the defensive ends because we only have 2 defensive tackles. I probably should have signed a third one. And then left outside linebacker, I guess this rookie Kendall Clemens, he can go on the practice squad. And then middle linebacker, we don't need Kuntz down here anymore. Just a low overall, 56, not going anywhere. And then right outside linebacker, we're good. Corner, we're good. Free safety, I said Norwood was going to be the backup, so Elijah Riley becomes replaceable. And then strong safety, we are good. We have our kicker, we have our punter. That should be everybody. I might have to cut one more person. Nope, we're good. Let's upgrade the team. Reset the depth chart. Hopefully the CPU or the AI does not rearrange anything on the depth chart, as I don't know who's going to be starting at center. Let's see what the game thinks, though. They think Mason Cole. Maybe we go at Mason Cole, but then it's like Kendrick Green will be going into his 3rd season next season and a contract year. Well, we're gonna start with Mason Cole, all right? No, let's start with Kendrick Green. Let's start with Mason Cole. He had a great season last season. So we're going to go Kenny Pickett, Najee Harris, Lynn. We're going to go Bowens over Warren. Fullback, we're going to go Derek Watt, and then backup will be Manhurt. We'll go with Connor Hayward. They kind of use him like that anyway. And then Pickens, Johnson, Calvin Austin, Zuber, and Turner. Tight end will be Fryermuth. We're going to go with Hayward over Manhurst. Manhurst is going to be the blocking tight end anyway. Dan Moore, Kevin Dotson. We're going to go with Mason Cole. And then Kendrick Green will also be kind of like the backup guard. Probably on both sides. That way we get him involved a little bit. Maybe we can keep Bobby Evans right there. And then right tackle, we got Myers. I didn't even look. Well, Myers didn't give up anything, I don't think. Let's go with Myers over Okorafor. And then left end will be Ogunjobi, Marvin Leal, Connor Hayward. That's fine. Defensive tackle will be Barton. That's good. Could put Marshall up there. Just leave it like that. Left outside linebacker will be TJ Watt. Middle linebacker will be Miles Jack, Bush, Hall, and Robinson. Not my cousin. Alex Highsmith, Terrell Basham. And then corner, I think we got to get the rookie in here, right? Akili Willis-Swift, he could be our 4th cornerback. Levi Wallace, do we put him in the slot? I don't even know what the archetype scheme for. I think it's man-to-man. William Jackson is getting up there in age. I think we just start the rookie. It says day one starter. Let's start him. Let's put William Jackson on the other side, or go like this. Let's do William Jackson as a starter. He's still our best corner. Let's go with the rookie, and then Levi Wallace in the slot. Free safety, you got Minka Fitzpatrick. If we could put Akilo Witherspoon back here. And then strong safety will be Terrell Edmonds, Tavon Wilson. And then special teams, they have Zuber. We could do Calvin Austin, and we could leave Zuber there, honestly, or do the corner. Don't want him getting hurt. Let's do Zuber, and then punt return, we'll do the corner. and Calvin Austin and Ant Miller. Kickoff start will be Chris Boswell. Long snapper will be James Daniels. Third down back will be Najee Harris. We'll take Warren out of the lineup, and then power back will be Najee Harris. Slot receiver will be Calvin Austin. Left end will be T.J. Watt. The right side will be Highsmith. D tackle will be Cam Hayward. So they have it set up perfect. It won't be Martravis Adams, though. It will be Deshaun Barton. And then sub linebacker will be Miles Jack, Devin Bush, and Tavon Wilson. Slot cornerback will be, they have Julian Williams, Pierre, and Witherspoon. But let's do Levi Wallace. And that is the team going into the regular season as we kick off the season against the Detroit Lions. And I think our goal for this season would be we only have 4 wins. I would say, even though it is a Mike Tomlin team, I'm going to say 7 wins. Y'all know my 7 wins means between 7 and 10 win range. I'm going to say about 8 wins. So I'm going to click 7, but really 8 wins on the season, improved by 4. And let's look at the roster from the adjust lineup screen. I like the look of it. You know, Kenny Pickett going into his second season, gonna probably need him to get up to at least star dev. We got Deontay Johnson did lose the dev trait. Our offensive line looks a little bit better. We got a new starter at right tackle. Could potentially have a new starter at center, but for right now, it will be Mason Cole, who was our best offensive lineman last season. And then, we got a new nose tackle in Barton. Did Ogunjobi lose his dev trait? I think so. We got Younger at corner. And Highsmith is our new superstar pass rusher. So I think we're good. Let's simulate week 1 against the Detroit Lions. We are 81 overall, 85 defense. So the defense still the strong part of this team. And then 79 offense. Let's see if we can get a win on the road to kick off the season against the Detroit Lions. And we actually do. We beat them 39-20. We almost dropped 40 on their head. 39-20. We get the dub, and we shut the running game down. They passed all over this defense, but we had no turnovers. 24-17. 3 touchdowns for Kenny Pickett. 253. 3 touchdowns. No picks. Only 1 sack from the offensive line. We sacked Jared Goff 5 times. Najee Harris, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kenny Pickett rushed for 11 yards. The rookie, DeAndre Land, had 3 carries for 8 yards. Receiving, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Godly. Quintez Cephas, man, but Calvin Austin, 5 catches, 97, and a touchdown. I think he's going to be one of the breakout superstars on this offense this year. Connor Hayward, 6 catches, 53 yards, 1 touchdown as the backup tight end / backup fullback. Deontay Johnson, 4 catches, 51, and a touchdown. Even Anthony Miller had a bomb for 27. George Pickens only 2 catches for 25. It says Dan Moore gave up 1 sack. Okay. T.J. Watt, a sack and a half. Cam Hayward with a sack. Larry Ogunjobi with a sack. Devin Bush with a half a sack in the pit. Kilo Witherspoon with a half a sack. Half a sack for Will Jackson. And then Miles Jack and Devin Bush both with picks, both middle linebackers. 1 punt inside the 20 for Presley Harvin. And we are 1-0 to kick off the season here in year 2 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Simulate against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are 1-0, so they won their first game of the season as well. And mock draft 1 is being prepared. Who would be at the top of the board? And we win to start the season off 2-0. Still a lot of time, though, to melt down. We shut the running game down. So that second round pick of that nose tackle, making an impact, shut the running game down, kind of shut the passing game down. We're not turning the ball over as much. We were down 14-3 at the half and rallied back in the second half by shutting them out. They did not score a point. No sacks from the offensive line, so they're playing better. Kenny Pickett could have played better. Najee Harris, still the focal point of this offense, 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Deontay Johnson had 75 yards on 5 catches. Calvin Austin, 5 catches, 65. No touchdowns from any of the receivers because Kenny Pickett had no touchdowns. No sacks given up from the O-line by Alex Highsmith and T.J. Watt, the edge rushers, getting it done with 2 sacks each. And then the rookie, number 2 overall pick, Junior Williams, in his freshman season, in his rookie season, with his first career pick. Chris Boswell, new team captain, with a field goal And we are 2-0. And looking at the AFC North, the Bengals are 2-0, Ravens 1-1, and the Cleveland Browns are 0-2. First mock draft is out, and it has us projected to be, man, look at the Texans. 2 edge rushers with picks 4 and 5. You got to move one of them to the left side. And they have us at number 20, taking a middle linebacker. Okay, so if we don't bring back Devin Bush, I guess. Don't know what Miles Jack's contract is like. But breakout DB, and this should be Junior Williams, our rookie first round, number 2 overall pick corner. As we play against the Cardinals here in week 3, he can hit that. He can go up to star depth. And that's the thing about, you don't get too deflated when you get a normal dev rookie when you draft. It's not all about the dev traits, because you can get those in season. If he has rookie of the year or defensive player of the year or Pro Bowl, he can be a superstar by the end of the season. Hell, he can even be an X Factor by the end of the season. Battle of the 2-0 teams. I couldn't stand the Super Bowl. Larry Fitzgerald should have got him one, and we lose 45-22 as we get ready to play my Seahawks. We could not run the ball. They shut the running game down. They shut Najee Harris down. We threw probably 3 picks, maybe. Only 3 third down conversions. We were down 21-0. They 21 skunked us in the first half as Nick Johnson, a rookie quarterback behind Kyler Murray, even came in and threw a touchdown on us. But a lot of yards for Kenny Pickett, 2 touchdowns, but turnover machine that game. Not James Conner, the former Pittsburgh Steeler who went to college at Pitt, like Kenny Pickett. But he was one of the Steelers that I liked, especially with, I think he had like cancer or some sickness. But James Conner running all over us. Najee Harris only had 38 yards, but he still had a touchdown. And then Pat Fryermuth was our leading receiver. Calvin Austin, 89 and a touchdown. Deontay Johnson with a touchdown. What's going on with George Pickens, though? Made him the wide receiver 1, and now he's not producing. 2 sacks for T.J. Watt. He is back. And then kicking, no field goals. 1 punt inside the 20. No special teams. Touchdown. And let me make sure that we made George Pickens our wide receiver 1. I might have put it back as Deontay Johnson. No, it is George Pickens. Okay. Now we play my Seattle Seahawks. Y'all know who I am rooting for. I didn't even check to see what the corner did, and he's frustrated, and I'm not frustrated. Maybe you'll get it next time. But we have the Seattle Seahawks. Let's see if we can beat them. I hope not. They're 2-1. We're 2-1. And we beat them. 31-10. We shut the running game down. Seems like if we can stop the run, we're going to win. If we can't run the ball, we're not going to win. So that's old school football. 4 turnovers by the Seahawks, and we got a safety in the first quarter as we went up 23-10 at the half, and they have a new quarterback, Chase Pearman. Okay. Who's the backup? Now, I would like some Tyler Huntley, Gardner Minshew. They even have Jimmy G. Man, they just signed a bunch of quarterbacks, huh? Let's let Gino go. But 3 touchdowns for Kenny Pickett, only on 179 yards, 99 yards for Najee Harris. Touchdown for DeAndre Lynn, a run for Calvin Austin. DK went off on us. Calvin Austin, touchdown every single game. Pat Fryermuth, Najee Harris, both with receiving touchdowns. Our rookie tackle Myers gave up 2 sacks. But Alex Highsmith still playing at a high level alongside T.J. Watt. Basham even got in the rotational piece. And then Terrell Edmonds, who we paid big money. 2 picks. Levi Wallace, our slot corner with the interception. 2 punts inside the 20. And Highsmith, with him going up to superstar dev, the way he played last season without T.J. Watt, now you add T.J. Watt on that other side. Good luck with these edge rushers. Good luck. Terrell Edmonds, 10 tackles, 2 interceptions, player of the week, making us look like a genius instead of him. I just peeped that we actually have only 52 people on the roster, so we are allowed to bring up somebody from the practice squad team or even sign just another player. I'm not going to do that. We're doing good with the 52. Now, the Colts, 31, they're 3-1, and we beat them 24-17. As the Steelers improved to 4-1. I mean, they ran all over us, and we still won. Why? Because they had 3 turnovers. That's why. We were down 14-6 at the half. Seems like we're playing better in the second half. They have a rookie quarterback, too. And he threw 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. We got sacked 3 times to their 1. Jonathan Taylor, I can never stop him. Lynn with a touchdown. Calvin Austin. He's killing it this season. He could go up star dev. Y'all see, I get happy, like a proud father, like seeing some of these players, some of these Steelers that I do kind of like. T.J. Watt's back, William Jackson, 2 picks. Junior Williams, he has 2 picks on the season. Like, I'm liking this. I just don't want to win. I just don't want to win. But they are winning. They are 4-1 right now, and we play the Browns. This is our first division game. We have a breakout running back, Najee Harris, trying to go up to Superstar X Factor. Probably not going to hit it. He's 4 touchdowns or 200-plus yards. I don't think he's even gotten 100 yards. He came close with 99 yards a couple of weeks back. I think this is our first division game, though. Don't remember playing the Ravens yet, or the Browns, or the Bengals, and we beat them 27-24 to go to 5-1. This is crazy. What a great start. I didn't even fire the offensive coordinator, thought about it. We kept him on. I didn't even do the coaching tree. I didn't even prove anything. All we did was have a good draft, and we're winning. But only 1 turnover. And Kenny Pickett was okay. Deshaun Watson was good, but he got sacked 6 times. That probably has something to do with Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt. Nick Chubb ran all over us, but look at this. Najee Harris, 2 touchdowns. He's probably not going to hit the dev trait thing scenario. George Pickens, 70 yards. Touchdown for Pat Freiermuth. And then Trey Pipkins, we just straight up bullied him. Jedrick Wills and Joel Bitonio all giving up sacks to who? TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Larry Ogunjobi, JOK with the pick. Chris Boswell was perfect on the day, 2 for 2. And we are 5-1, probably leading the division right now. Don't know what the Ravens or the Bengals are undefeated, so they're so better than us. Najee Harris didn't hit this. Don't know why I clicked on it. And now we have the 2-4 Miami Dolphins at home. Can we beat them in Pittsburgh? Should be able to. Do I even want to win? I win mine a 5-2 record. And we lose. 34-28 looks like that game might have went into overtime. But the Dolphins in our little 3-game winning streak that we had going on, and the game did go into overtime. We were up 21-7 at the half. But they outran us, outpassed us. Not a lot of turnovers from both teams. And Tua, who got hurt again in real life as I record this. And I don't know what the Dolphins do going forward. Like, you got to protect the man, from himself. Like, will Tua retire early? Like, I don't know. And if they was to do that, who would be the quarterback of the Dolphins? Maybe they try to steal Brady from the Bucks. He'll be a free agent in the season, or get a veteran. I don't know. Don't know what the Dolphins are going to do there, but I do know that Tua threw for 488, 3 touchdowns against our asses, and then Najee Harris. Oh, now you want to get 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns on 84 yards. Man, they just ran all over us. Jalen Waddle, damn near 200 receiving yards, but Pickens, that's the game I want to see. 8 catches, 170, and a touchdown. And none of our other receivers really did anything. I saw Ant Miller. He got involved a little bit. Alex Highsmith. I think both of our edge rushers are going to have double-digit sacks on the season. Devin Bush with a pick. He's looking to have a big year. I think this is a contract year for him. Probably feels disrespected that we were mocked to take a middle linebacker to replace him. Oh, speaking of the mock draft 2 is available. And now we are mocked. We were at number 20. Now we are at AFC Championship loss to the Bengals. And they haven't taken a free safety. Don't know why. We brought back Edmonds. We have Minka Fitzpatrick. I mean, if he's like a hybrid, no, he's a zone. So, don't like that pick. We'll delegate that. And we have a bye week at week 9 where we'll look at the contracts. So you have the Broncos and Steelers, both 5-2. As the Rams dropped a 50 bomb on Mr. Russell Wilson. And look at this. Speaking of 50 bomb, we dropped 49 on the Broncos. Wow. I jinxed it. 49-7 before we headed to our bye week. Shut the running game down. No turnovers. 9 third-down conversions. We were up 14-7 at the half. Dropped 21 on them in the fourth quarter. Kenny Pickett, Russell Wilson playing like Russell Wilson. Man, the Seahawks, we fleeced the Broncos in that trade. 151-5 for Najee Harris. 8.9 yards per carry. Lynn with 45 and a touchdown. Deontay Johnson with a $124. Pickens with 54 and a TD. 1.5 for Cam Hayward, 1 for Ogunjobi. TJ Watt and Miles Jack. A pick for Miles Jack. Levi Wallace, the corner's playing. The defense is playing really good right now. This team is playing really good right now. And if we can make the playoffs, wouldn't that be something? That the team that I do not like, the team that I despise, will be the first team here in Madden 23 that I make the playoffs with. There's still time for a meltdown. And with the Bengals being 6-1, but come on, Ravens, they got to be better than that. We are at the bye week. We do have contracts due, and the first one is Anthony Miller, no sir. James Hurst, no sir. Pierre, no sir. No starters. Are these just all backups? Highsmith is the first one, and he's earned it. I'm gonna do player friendly and up the money a little bit, and he's earned it. He's earned it. Best defensive player last season, and he's proven that it wasn't a one year wonder. I think Miles Jack is playing really good this season. I'll also do player friendly for that. We got the money. And what? Okay. Levi Wallace is actually playing good with him. The corner we have, Will Jackson is old. So I wouldn't mind bringing Levi Wallace back on a 1-year deal, neutral. He decided to come back. And that is a smart signing for us. Dotson does have Dardev. I kind of want to wait. I mean, if he takes this, okay, he wants more money. And Trubisky's gone. So we need to come back for, we'll wait on Ogunjobi, but we'll come back for Dotson. Don't know about Will Jackson. We'll come back for Miles Jack, definitely, and Kevin Dotson. We might wait at the end of the season for Kevin Dotson. But we are going to upgrade the team, see if we have any depth traits revealed, as Najee Harris has 2 points. I'm just going to delegate that. Pickens, Daniels. Where's the rookies? Where are the rookies? Okay, Deshaun Barton is the first one. He's already a scheme fit at a run stopper, nose tackle, and he is a hidden. Junior Williams, we know that he is normal. Oh, number 7, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Even though Big Ben, y'all know how I feel about him, but he is a legend, and I am going to respect him still, and I am going to change the number. You can be number 5. Or is there a number 8? All right, you can be number 5. DeAndre Lynn, who is our backup power. Yeah, he's not. So looks like we're not going to know any of our rookies. Maybe Dorian Myers, who's having, I think, a good season. I think only 1 game he gave up a sack. Haven't seen his name. So he is a star. And then everybody else, which is Otto, and advance to week 10, where we already beat the Browns already, so we have a great chance of sweeping them. Our offensive points per game is number 4. That's a big improvement from last season. Look at our rankings. Number 4 points per game, 20 in passing yards, 16. All those numbers are up, and our defense just gets even better than it was last season. We have a breakout wide receiver. I believe this should be Calvin Austin. This should be Calvin Austin. It's Deontay Johnson trying to get his superstar dev trait back. I don't think he's going to get it. Don't think game record. Haven't really seen that one before. Can we sweep the Cleveland Brownies? The Bengals still on top of the AFC North at a 7-1 record. And what is up with us scoring all these points? We dropped 39 week 1. 49 last week on Thursday Night Football, prime time against the Broncos. And then we come back after the bye week. Oh, just drop another 40, another 41. We're going to be the highest scoring team in the league. But 118, we shut the running game down. We passed all over them, no turnovers. They only have 1 third down conversion. And we're just, I don't want to say it, but this is looking like a playoff team. It's looking like a playoff team. Looks like Pat Fryermuth. He's frying something because that boy is cooking. 12 catches and 149 and a touchdown. George Pickens, 90 and a touchdown. Touchdown for Deontay Johnson on almost 80 yards. Trey Pipkins, we did it again to him. Who was it? Oh, T.J. Watt, 3.5. Larry Ogunjobi, a sack. William Jackson, half a sack, and a pick for Miles Jack, who I think I just paid, right? Didn't I pay him? Or we have to come back to him? He's looking to get some more money. We're going to work out a deal with him. And the breakout player, and it was Deontay Johnson. I knew he wasn't going to get it done. And breakout quarterback. Before we look at the contract negotiations, this is for Kenny Pickett, trying to get off that boring Brown normal dev trait. I mean, he's capable of getting it. I think he should get it. But I won't be upset if he doesn't. So let's go back to the paperwork real quick. And let's look at Miles Jack. So he's a superstar dev. He's 27 years old. Not the franchise tag. I offered him a 6-year deal. So, I mean, he's 27. I would give him a 5-year deal. And let's up the money. We're probably going to have to overpay him. See if he takes that. He doesn't. And then Dotson, we have a bunch of linemen. We're just going to wait. We're just going to wait. Just going to wait. Because we got Mason Cole. We got Kendrick Green. Mason Cole's playing another great season. So we'll wait. If we lose Dotson, we could just slide over Kendrick Green back to left guard. So it all works out. Now we have the 5-4 San Francisco 49ers. And we beat them 24-21. We are at 8 wins. And, man, why this team? Why would it be this team to be my first, not my first winning season, but first playoff appearance here in Madden 23? I mean, there's still time. Still time. Kenny Pickett, I think he hit that depth trait. 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. We could not stop Christian McCaffrey. They couldn't stop Najee Harris. Receiving, George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, Calvin Austin. What a trio. As y'all know, the Pittsburgh Steelers always develop their wide receivers. TJ Watt with a sack. Devin Bush with a pick. Still looking for a new contract. Probably going to have to franchise tag him. And the quarterback breakout, I think he hit it. I think Kenny Two Gloves, Kenny Pickett is now a star dev. And that's just going to make this team even more scarier. And that scares me. 8-2. 8-2. First meeting, battle of the AFC North. Who's going to, and they have us ranked over them right now for number 1 in the division. If we beat them, we don't. And when do we play them again? Might be the end of the season, right? Last game of the season, probably going to be for the division. I don't even know if we played the Ravens yet. But we outrushed them. We outpassed them. We didn't turn the ball over. We were better than them on third down. What happened? Close game. That's what it was. And Joe Burrow being Joe Shiesty, playing a little bit better than the new star dev, Kenny Pickett. Najee Harris, 70 yards, leading rusher, and a touchdown. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they did their thing. Tyler Boyd did his thing. And, I mean, we gave up a couple. Why is Okorafor in there? When he's in there, he's going to give up sacks. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, they did their thing. And Chris Boswell, he did his thug, making his 2 field goals. And why is Okorafor in? Why is our rookie not playing? Did they reorder my depth chart? They probably did, right? Let's see here what's going on. Oh, yeah, they just changed everything again. Okay, so we have to go in and fix this. Not everything. They still have Connor Hayward right there. Center, Mason Cole. Kendrick Green does have a better overall, but Mason Cole's playing outstanding right now. Right tackle, yeah. Don't try me. Don't try me, Madden. Everybody else, though, should be good. Yeah, so it looks like they only changed a couple of positions. Don't know why they would do that. Don't know why they would do that. Okay, everything else seems good. Yeah, everything else is fine. It was just the Deontay Johnson thing. So our first meeting, I think, against the Ravens, they're 6-5, so they're making the comeback. If they beat us, it would definitely be a 3-way between us, the Bengals, and the Ravens, and they beat us by a point. Can't even count the Browns out either. We're still only a game behind the Bengals. I think we're still going to be a playoff team if we don't win the AFC North title. But they do beat us, and we lose back-to-back division games, very important games, and we turned the ball over. They did it. 1 touchdown for Kenny Pickett. We actually shut Lamar Jackson down in the passing game and kind of in the rushing game. We held him to 36 yards and only 1 touchdown rushing. Offensive line, there goes the Mason Cole game, giving up 2. Maybe we put in Kendrick Green now to see what he can do. Chris Boswell had a field goal blocked. So special teams, but Justin Tucker missed 1 too. So the game was literally decided by those 2 field goals. Special teams matter. I tell y'all this all the time. I think we are going to make a change at center, and I think I am going to go with those 2 sacks given up. I'll go with Kendrick Green and see what he can do, because he's either going to start at center next season or he's going to start at left guard if we lose Kevin Dotson at left guard. Now we have a team where we have to stop the run. Derrick Henry, 3-9 Titans. And we are on a 3-game losing streak. I told y'all. I tried to tell y'all. Y'all wouldn't listen. There is still enough time for the meltdown, and it is happening right before our eyes right now. We were looking like a playoff team. Now we're looking like we're going to be watching the playoffs from the couch. Touchdown for DeAndre Lynn. Who was that other touchdown for down there? I saw Yappy. Oh, it was Hassan Haskins. George Pickens was our leading receiver. Touchdown for Calvin Austin. TJ Watt, Larry Ogunjobi. Chris Boswell not having a field goal block this week. And just like that, when we were 8-2, now we are 8-5. Only again, and now the Bengals are losing. So the Bengals keeping us in it, but the Ravens ascending. The Browns ascending. Wow, the Ravens really jumped up. Browns doing the same thing. So this is going to be a straight-up dogfight as the Ravens take over second place and we drop to third. We lose our fourth game in a row. We get our asses kicked by the Houston Texans. Couldn't run the ball. Can't put 104 yards. I should put Trubisky in next game. They had 3 different running backs score a touchdown against us. Our receivers got shut down. I don't know what's going on. This is looking like a totally different team right now, totally different offense. Defense still kind of doing their thing. They're still producing, being productive inside the 20 twice for Presley Harvin. But, man, this team just dropped 4 games in a row to fall to 8-6, to fall to third in the AFC North. Now we have the 4-10 Rams. We did hit our goal, though. We hit the 8 wins, and we wake up and we win against the Rams on the road, 33-17 to improve to 9-6. Still borderline playoffs. We have the Ravens and Bengals, 2 teams that have beat us. We beat the Browns. I think we swept the Browns, and the Ravens and the Bengals already beat us. So these are going to be 2 important games as the Ravens looking to make the playoffs. We're looking to make the playoffs. The Bengals looking to win the division. 14. Let's see. We must have got a safety. That would be our second safety this season. We got that in the second quarter. We shut the running game down. They passed all over us. We were okay in the passing game. Kenny Pickett was good. Baker Mayfield was great. So the Rams going with Baker Mayfield as the starting quarterback after Matthew Stafford. 143 for Najee Harris and 2 DeAndre Lynn with a touchdown, receiving Cooper Kupp, doing Cooper Kupp things. George Pickens was our leading receiver. And our Kendrick Green not giving up a sack. Not giving up a sack. So we made the right move going with him. And Boswell, he's been on a hot streak. Presley Harvin's been on a hot streak, getting some punts inside the 20. Special teams matter, and we are 9-6. We are back at second, and now we could stay at second if we beat the Ravens. I am going to improve the team, but let's see what Deshaun Barton's dev trade is. I'm going to go out on a limb and say star. He is a star dev, and Julian Williams, we know that he is a normal. Lynn, our backup running back, we probably still don't know what he is. He's probably going to be star maybe or hidden. Yeah, he's still hidden. Not getting enough carries. Kenny Pickett, who is now a star dev trait. We're going to go field general. And then Monty Bowens, I think that was our other running back. He's not even playing. He's not even getting no carries. He might even lose his dev trait, whatever it is, at the end of the season. And did we have somebody else? No, everybody else we will auto upgrade. And this is a big game for both teams. Winner is definitely second place. And we win in overtime to get the 10 wins. And looks like the Bengals already clinched the division with their win. So they are going to be in the playoffs. They're going to be AFC North champions. And we just have to I think we win this next game, we're in the playoffs. Hell, we might even already be in. Don't know what the AFC picture is looking like. So 2 touchdowns for Kenny Pickett, outplaying Lamar Jackson again. George Pickens, always our leading receiver. Calvin Austin, touchdown. He's kind of slowed down a little bit. And, man, shout out Kendrick Green, center, not giving up a sack since he came in. Cam Hayward, 3 sacks. And Devin Bush with a pick. Boswell does miss a field goal, but it doesn't matter. We beat the Ravens. I think we lost them. So I think we split the season series with them. I think we swept the Browns, and we have a chance to split the season series with the Bengals. They've already won the division. This is all about, screwing them over as a number 1 seed possibly and us making the playoffs. Let's see if we are in the playoff picture, and we are number 5. And the Bengals are number one. Broncos number two, and we dropped 49 on them. What the hell is going on? Let's look at the standings in the AFC real quick. Cowboys are the best team in the league. Broncos 11-5. So, I mean, if we beat the Bengals and the Broncos win, we have a chance to actually screw them out of the number one seed. Don't know what the tiebreaker will be between the Broncos and the Bengals, but we are actually the third best team in the AFC. I think we're in the playoffs, whether we win this game or not. Ladies and gentlemen, dunkers and dunkettes, for the first time. And this rebuild with the Steelers so far has been a bunch of first times. First times I ever did this team. First time ever rebuilding them. Y'all know I'm the number one anti-Steeler fan. But for the first time here in Madden 23, realistic rebuilds, we have made the playoffs. And it's so fitting that it would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anywho, we've made the playoffs. 11 wins, 11-6. We come in second place. We split the season series with the Bengals and the Ravens. We sweep the Browns. But look at the AFC North. It was a dogfight. Browns, dog pound, going 9-8. Ravens coming back going 9-8. We finished 11-6, 2 straight wins to end the season against 2 divisional opponents. And the Bengals 8-5. Did the Ravens make the playoffs? Whoa. Are 4 teams in the AFC North in the playoffs? No, the 7th seed goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. But, man, every team in the division finished with a winning record. I see the one last hurrah. That could possibly be for Cam Hayward. That's the only oldest player I can think of. But I'm not even going to click it. But, man, what a season for us. I mean, I'm torn. I'm kind of happy I got that monkey off my back and I finally made the playoffs in Madden 23 in these rebuilds. But at the same time, why did it have to be the Steelers? Anyway, Dak Prescott, Taylor Heineke, Jared Goff. What a weird list when it comes to the passing leaders. Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Cooper Kupp, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chris Godwin. T.J. Watt leads the league in sacks with 22, followed by Von Miller, Khalil Mack, Devondre Campbell, Adrian Amos, and Drew Tranquil for interceptions. And then my boy B-Wags, my boy Jordan Brooks, Go Hawks, and then T.J. Edwards, all for tackles. Looking at the stats and awards, Kenny Pickett was 19th in passing yards. We are 14th in offensive yards, number 1 in defensive yards. We had the number 1 defense. Number 1 rushing touchdowns for Najee Harris. He might go up to an X factor. Point scored 12 and 1,000 yards for George Pickens. We had the best defense in the league. Number 2 points allowed and the number 1 when it came to offensive yards. 25 touchdowns. Great touchdown to interception ratio, but I would like to see more passing touchdowns out of Kenny Pickett. I know we are a run-first team. And then almost 4,400 passing yards. Season 1 completion percentage, average 258.3 yards per game, rated 92.9. Longest pass was 90 yards. We only got sacked 28 times, so the offensive line played better. 1,500 yards for Najee Harris, average 4.6. 21 touchdown was a league leading. No fumbles. Longest rush was 79 yards. Great season for him. DeAndre Land, good season for a rookie backup running back. And the other one he only had 1 carry. And they're receiving 6 yards away from 1,000 yards for Deontay Johnson, about 28 yards away from 1,000 yards for Calvin Austin, and then 1,000 yards for George Pickens. Great distribution between the receivers and the tight end of Pat Freiermuth. And even Connor Hayward had a great game. He had that one great game. Longest pass of the season goes to George Pickens. Offensive line, I want to see this. Under 10 sacks for Dan Moore. What a bounce back season for him. The rookie Myers at tackle. Great season for him. James Daniels, just an okay season. Mason Cole, he had that game where he gave up 2 and then he gave up another one. Okorafor was a backup. Kendrick Green ended up giving up 2. So him and Mason Cole kind of playing the same role. And then Dotson, in a contract year, was our best offensive lineman. We have to find out a way to bring him back. He has no interest in re-signing. Going to have to either hella overpay him or let him leave and get another guard in free agency, or keep Mason Cole and Kendrick Green by moving Kendrick Green back at the left guard. Miles Jack was our lead tackler, another guy who had a great season in a contract year that we don't have under contract. Devin Bush had a great season. Both middle linebackers, shout out to them, because they both played great. Junior Williams, rookie corner, he played great. We had the best defense in the league. Edmonds, 3 picks, 22 sacks, league leading. T.J. Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick I guess he was okay. 3 picks for Levi Wallace. We brought him back on a new deal. Another double-digit season for Alex Highsmith. 2 picks for Will Jackson. Cam Hayward in his final season, 13 TFLs, 8.5 sacks. Larry Ogunjobi had what a great season for the defense. I can't believe I'm hearing myself brag about how great these Steelers players were playing. 4 fumbles, we had 1 for Devin Bush, Levi Wallace, Terrell Emmett, T.J. Watt. We had no blocks. We had 2 touchdowns for Cam. No, those are safeties. 2 safeties for Cam Hayward and 1 for Alex Eisman. So we actually had 3, but I thought we only had 2. No defensive touchdowns kicking. We did miss 2 extra pointers, but they were blocked. We had 1 field goal block. So special teams probably was kind of off. So if that field goal doesn't get blocked, he only misses 1. Great season for Chris Boswell. And we have so many damn thumbnail candidates right now. Boswell, T.J. Watt, Highsmith, Najee Harris. Don't know who it's going to be. Presley Harvey inside the 2011 times, as long as it was 71, and averaged 51.6, and no special team. What a season. Calvin Austin. Punt return touchdown. I was just about to get ready to say no special teams touchdown. So special teams, we had a touchdown, but we did allow 3 blocks. So kind of a split down the middle for special teams. Dak Prescott, who led the league in passing, was the MVP. Coach of the year, we should get it, but it goes to Mike McCarthy, and we are not even on the list. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, the league must have had it up here. Goes to Jonathan Taylor. We have Najee Harris coming in at number 3. Defensive Player of the Year, none other than T.J. Watt. Miles Jack at number 10. Offensive Rookie Year goes to LaShawn Freeman of the Texans. We have DeAndre Lynn, our running back, at number 7. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Devin Sharp of the Patriots. We got Junior Williams, our corner, number 2 overall pick at number 4. And we don't have our nose tackle. Best QB goes to Mac Jones. Running back goes to Jonathan Taylor. Najee Harris coming in at number 2. Best receiver goes to Stephon Diggs. No George Pickens. Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith of the Chiefs, your best offensive lineman. Kevin Dotson coming in at number 7. Gotta re-sign him. Von Miller coming in at number 1 for best D lineman. Linebacker is going to go to T.J. Watt. We should have Miles Jack in there too. Oh, Highsmith is there at number 3. And then Kenny Moore for best DB. And then we got Terrell Edmonds at 8, Levi Wallace at 9, best kicker, Ricky Vaughn of the Jets, Boswell at number 5. So a lot of Steelers getting noticed for their individual seasons. But we take on Mac Jones, who I think he won some award, right? Taking on Mac Jones and the Patriots in the first round. Can we beat them, advance to the playoffs? First playoff appearance for us here in Madden 23. How's it going to go? With a loss by a touchdown, 35-28. The Steelers won't move on to possibly win another Super Bowl. But it was a good game, though. A good game. We went up 14-7 in the first quarter. They dropped 14 to our no points in the second quarter. We didn't score in the third quarter. We waited too late to the fourth quarter to score 2 touchdowns. It was too late, ran out of time. We outrushed them. They outpassed us. I mean, a lot of yards from both teams, no turnovers. This was a very entertaining game, and it was playoff football indeed. We did sack them 3 times, and look at this offensive line. Did not allow a sack. Najee Harris was great. Jacoby Myers ran for 2 touchdowns on us. 2 touchdowns for Deontay Johnson. No other receivers showed up. Offensive line didn't allow a sack. T.J. Watt only 1. Miles Jack with a half a sack, followed by Will Jackson, Highsmith, Ogunjobi. No picks. No missed field goals. No punts inside the 20. It was a good game. It was a good game as the Bengals get ready to play the Chiefs. Don't know if the Ravens won. But we are going to upgrade our players. It was a good season. I'll take that. First playoff appearance, we got that off our backs now. Even though it was with the Steelers, I have some playoff experience now as our defensive tackle came out to a star dev. We get our contract extended from Mike Tomlin. Let's advance the week to see who is going to make the Super Bowl. Let's see. I think we're going to have some Pro Bowlers. I think Highsmith, I think T.J. Watt, I think Najee Harris, all will make the postseason. They did make the postseason, but they will make the Pro Bowl. Maybe Terrell Edmonds. And it will be the Eagles and the Chiefs. A Super Bowl that we could see in real life this year with the Eagles being the best team in the league record-wise, and then the Chiefs possibly, I keep saying that word possibly, but Patrick Mahomes probably going to win MVP. Let's look at the Pro Bowl roster. Mariota, Taylor Heineke. But Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, two guys from our AFC North Division. Najee Harris is the first Steeler that is going to represent us. Represent them. I am not a Steeler fan. Sorry, Steeler Nation. No Pat Fryermuth. No Kevin Dotson, even though he was on the list for best offensive lineman. He came in at like number 7. No Cam Hayward. TJ Watt, though, that makes 2 for us. Highsmith, that makes 3. Chris Boswell makes 4. So 4 Steelers, Najee Harris, TJ Watt, Highsmith, the edge rushers, and then the kicker, Chris Boswell. Thought maybe Terrell Edmonds had a shot to make it. Maybe Levi Wallace. But we are at the Super Bowl where it is the Eagles and the Chiefs. Let's see if we have any depth trade upgrades. We know that Kenny Pickett went up in season when he hit his depth trade scenario. And now Najee Harris is an X factor. We still don't know what the rookie running backs are. They'll probably start. Dotson, we have to find a way to extend him. We might have to let him walk, though, if he does not want to come back. Myers came out as a star, and our offensive line is looking a little bit better. And then on defense, Highsmith is now an edge rusher learning from TJ Watt. You know, we have 2 X factors on the edge. And then I think, did Miles Jack go back up? No, he already was superstar dev. He already was. And then on the D-line, Cam Hayward goes down, looking like he's going to retire. Barton came out as a star. And our corners remain the same. Fitzpatrick did not go back up to superstar. But Edmonds goes up to star. Highsmith goes up to X Factor. And then we get an X Factor on offense in Najee Harris. So we did improve when it came to depth traits. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. I think it's probably going to be the Chiefs, right? And it's the Eagles, and the game goes into overtime. What a playoffs. What a playoffs. 37-31 in overtime. Eagles over the Chiefs. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. I don't think I've really seen the Eagles win a lot in the simulation. Dak Prescott, Mike McCarthy, Jonathan Taylor, TJ Watt, LaShawn Freeman. He was a tight end on the Texans, and then Kentrell Carter, defensive end, right end on the Lions. Now we have 2 big contracts. Don't know what we're going to do about them. We have Dotson. And we have Miles Jack. And we also have Mock Draft 3, where they have us not projected where we're going to pick at. It is official. They have us taking a left tackle, so they think we're going to lose Dotson. They think we're going to lose Dotson in free agency. That last name, Woodley, wasn't there like a Steeler linebacker named like Lamar Woodley? I don't know why that name just popped up in my head, but I feel like I'm right. Lamar Woodley. Gotta look that up later. But retirements, I'm expecting Cam Hayward. What? He doesn't. It's Senio Clemente, who was a mentor. Y'all know that mentors always retire. Aaron Rodgers retired. J.J. Watt, there he goes. It fits the video. He's going to be retiring in real life at the end of the season. Retires here in year 2. Told y'all, as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. As updated as it comes to... Let me stop. Contracts. So we have Miles Jack. James Pierre can go. James Hurst can go. Miller. All those backups. I mean, Ashton had an okay season, but I have to worry about him. It's really Miles Jack, who now goes back down to star dev. So he did go up to superstar dev. So we're going to go to very player friendly. He's 28 though. Maybe the 4-year. I really want to give him a 4-year deal. So like when he gets to like that 4th year, it'll be the end of the video anyway. So we will overpay. He had a great season. And he's excited to come back. Now, the hard one is going to be Dotson. He has no interest in us. We're gonna do very player friendly. 4-year deal is fine, and we're gonna up the money. And he comes back. So we had to overpay for both of them, but I think it was worth getting them back. Now, Larry Ogunjobi, he had a good season. 7.5 sacks, 8 TFLs. I mean, 30 years old, normal depth. Good. I mean, if we bring him back, just on this deal, I'm fine with that, and we still could look to upgrade in the draft. Or what did he say? Wants to find a new team? Okay, so we are losing Larry Ogunjobi, that Mitchell Trubisky, and probably Will Jackson, who played good, but he's 31. Did have 2 picks though. Oh man, what do I do with Will Jack? What do I do with Will Jack? He's not interested in coming back. I will offer him this. Yeah, so we're losing William Jackson, Mitchell Trubisky, and Larry Ogunjobi. That is our big 3 losses. So not too worried about that. We're going to have to add another corner. Going to have to add a left end, so addressing the defense. So we have our quarterback, who now has star dev. We have our running backs. We have our receivers. We have our tight end. Our offensive line, looks like we have them locked down now, even though we still have the problem of Kendrick Green and Mason Cole. Don't know who's going to start. We need a left end. Now, we could opt to go at DeMarvin Leal, finally let him play. That's why I'm not too worried about this position. And then Cameron Hayward, I thought he was going to retire, but we still need to get his eventual replacement. So we might need a couple of defensive ends. We have our nose tackle. We have TJ Watt. We have Jack and Bush. We have Highsmith now, who's an X Factor. Corner. We lost Akilo Witherspoon. We lost Will Jack. Now we only have our rookie and Levi Wallace. And our rookie's normal dev still, right? Yeah. So we probably need to sign a corner in free agency, and then probably going to draft a couple of defensive ends. I think that's the route we should go. We could even look to trade Mika Fitzpatrick because he only has star dev, but I don't think I'm going to do that. And then we have Terrell Edmonds, who went up star dev. So really, defensive end and corner are the 2 positions that we need to upgrade this offseason. Let's see what is available in free agency. I think this is the year where things get a little crazy as Jonathan Taylor is there. Derrick Henry is there. Rashawn Gary. Jalen Hurts, who just won a Super Bowl, should not be here. Justin Herbert should not be there. Trayvon Diggs probably should not be there. But we'll look at what we should sign. And left end, so you have Matabuki, Justin Matabuki. Doesn't fit the scheme. I'm looking for a scheme fit. Cam Jordan's here. I mean, he could play in a 3-4. Just don't want another old defensive end. We already have Cameron Hayward. D-tackle, you got Ed Oliver. He's always there. Javon Hargrave was a Steeler before. Javon Kinlaw. We could go with Javon Kinlaw, move him to left end. Then you have Montez Sweat. He really doesn't fit. Let's look at corner. You got Trayvon Diggs, Jadobe Awuzie, James Bradbury, Jonathan Jones. Okay, so who do we have at corner? We have Levi Wallace. We have our rookie. I think Jonathan Jones from the Patriots. He is 30 years old. That's 1 year younger than do we go with Jadobe Awuzie? I think we go with Jonathan Jones. We go with Jonathan Jones for like a year, maybe 2 years, up the money. Go Jonathan Jones, and I think we need to go at least with 1 defensive end. And we go with Javon Kinlaw on a 4-year deal. Jonathan Jones and Javon Kinlaw. Now we have the Chiefs beating us out for Javon Kinlaw, and we have the Seahawks competing for Jonathan Jones. Let's see if we get both of them, and we actually do. Welcome Jonathan Jones and Javon Kinlaw to the Steelers, former Patriot and former 49er. That allows us to upgrade these practice squad players. That will allow us to look at the players in the draft and now address our needs. So we still could go, even though we signed those 2 positions, those are 2 positions that we still could look to upgrade or get younger at. So we have Probably need an offensive lineman too, right? Because we have Dan Moore's going to be in a contract year. There's a lot of second round tackles. We might be able to get one. But we got Dotson, center. Kendrick Green's in a contract year. I think Mason Cole's in a contract year. So we could probably get a center, and that one looks really good right there. Right tackle, same as left tackle. Looks like there's a lot of good ones. So we should be able to get one. But defensive end, D-line, and corner is where we're looking. So power rusher. And this guy looks like a beast. Travis Morris. But what do we need on right end? We need a run stopper, right, on the right. So this guy looks good. Manny Harvin. Elite strength, 39 reps. He's the guy. He's the guy. Manny Marvin is the pick. And then I think corner, one that we could get like maybe in the third round. This guy's not good in zone, but he's a good man corner. He might be the guy. Elite speed. Yeah. Elite speed. He's the guy. How do I look at the mock draft? So I know that I want that right end. Looks like he might be projected to go to us. Yeah, we could get him definitely before the Bengals do. And then get that corner later. We might have to trade up for that corner. Because we only have Jonathan Jones on a 2-year deal. Don't know what Levi Wallace's contract is looking like. He might be done after this season. Might have only a year left on his contract. Mock draft 4 is available. Let's see if anything's changed. I'm eyeing that defensive end. And I'm eyeing that corner like in the second round. So let's see what they have us taking. They have us taking Travis Morris, who is that left end that we were looking at. But I think I want the other one. The one that the Bengals were projecting. And they're not even projected to take him anymore. It's the Chiefs. So I think I'd rather take Manny Harvin, let him sit and learn behind Cam Hayward. And then we get that corner and probably trade up because we don't need a lot of picks. We don't need a lot of positions to be fixed. So we could probably trade like a third and fifth or third and fourth, move up in the second a little bit more to get that corner. Najee Harris, yeah, we're picking that up. Picking that up all day. And let's get to the draft. We'll look at the free agency, see where all these superstar X-Factor players, superstar players have signed. Justin Herbert, Tua, Jalen Hurts, who just won a Super Bowl. A couple of running backs, Derrick Henry. We have trade offers for. Why is Javon Kinlaw on the trading block if I just signed him? I didn't put him on the trading block. Well, you don't want to be here? Why even sign? I don't blame him, though. He got to Pittsburgh and was like, okay, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this rebuild anyway. But we are going to private work out the 2 defensive ends and the corner that we were looking at. So the first one will be Travis Morris. The other one will be I didn't even look at the defensive tackles that we can move over to defensive end, but I mean we should be good. And then the cornerback, what was his name? Gerard Haskins. We'll do those 3. We'll look at the free agency recap real quick, see where everybody will be playing. Hope everybody came to the AFC North. And we got Jonathan Taylor replacing Derrick Henry going to the Titans. Derrick Henry going to the Lions. Rashawn Gary going back to Green Bay. Jalen Hurts going to the Titans with Jonathan Taylor. Justin Herbert to the Jets. Trayvon Diggs to Washington. Dobbie Awuzie and Brandon Ayuk both to Chicago. And Trayvon Diggs pairing up with Tua. Montez Sweat. Man, the Titans spending a lot of money. Bears. We get Jonathan Jones. So I don't see any Ravens, don't see any Bengals, don't see any Ravens and Browns. Don't see any of them making any moves. We made a couple of moves. Don't know why Javon Kinlaw is on the trading block. Like he's already out of Pittsburgh. Hasn't even played it down for us. Just took the money and was like, all right, I'm ready to get out of here. I'm going to start the NFL draft. Let's go pick by pick. Seahawks get the number one overall pick. They take a defensive end. Texans take their franchise quarterback. And Chargers get a defensive end. A lot of defensive ends going. A lot of defensive ends going. A lot of edge rushers going. There goes a couple of defensive tackles. There goes left tackle. That was Woodley, right, that I was looking at. We were projected to take him in one of the mock drafts. And there's a corner, a middle linebacker. I think that was a middle linebacker that we were supposed to take with the mock. And we should be coming up soon. And boom, there we go. Oh, so Travis Morris, one of our guys that we scouted, goes the pick before us. That makes it so easy, so much easier on which one we are going to take now. So easy. We're going to take Manny Harvin. Not even going to think about it. He's going to sit behind Cam Hayward for a year. Maybe get into the rotation, be like a sub type of role. But Manny Harvin, only normal dev, going to sit behind. No, we have him now. We have DeMarvin Leal. We just brought in Javon Kinlaw, who wants to be traded already. And then we still have Cam Hayward. So we have some great defensive ends now. And then I think we're going to move up in the second round to take that cornerback. Ravens get a middle linebacker. Chiefs get a defensive end. And then the Super Bowl champion Eagles go running back. And I'm not going to make a deal with the Seahawks because my team would never. And then, I mean, we can go a couple of picks here.
It's now the Vikings' turn.
How many corners are on the board? There goes a safety to the Vikings. How many corners? I feel like he could fall to us. I mean, he's number 24. How many cornerbacks, though? One, two, only two ahead of him. So if the first two go, whenever one goes, then I'll trade up. There goes a couple of safeties. So some D-backs going. There goes, why did they take a quarterback in the second round? They have Trevor Lawrence. You're not going to pay him?
Next up, it's the Dolphins.
We might be able to get our corner without trading up.
It's now the Arizona.
Bunch of safeties being taken.
They're on the clock. The Panthers
might be able to get all of our guys.
Now on the clock.
Another safety.
The Giants.
And we might be safe. None of the corners went. None of the corners went. We get our guy without having to trade up. We'll keep our third and fourth round picks. These corners do kind of look suspect, but maybe we take this guy's better in press. Yeah, so we're gonna take Gerard Haskins. Elite acceleration, great speed, D awareness though. D play rate, but he does have A block shedding. Is he even a damn corner? We might have to move him to safety. Maybe there's a reason why. Yeah, somebody just said Haskins in the chat. I'm gonna go Haskins.
Next up,
Hidden dev. So the D awareness and the D play rate, that worry me. I usually don't take people, guys with awareness that low, but 94 acceleration, 93 speed. Maybe this guy could be like a special team. He's definitely going to be our fourth corner. He can tackle a little bit. He can catch. He can play press. He is a man corner. Ski fit. So the A block shedding though. So we take him. He's a hidden dev. Didn't have to trade up for him. Don't know what we're going to take now. I guess we just add more depth to the team. When it comes to positions, I mean, we need a backup quarterback. Not going to take one this high. I mean, we could get Dorian Fisher. We do need a backup quarterback. We do need a backup quarterback. Got Hayward. Don't need another tight end. We could use one, though, as a weapon. We could get this guy to Rashard Calhoun with our next pick. I don't know what to take here. We need more depth at nose tackle. A backup to TJ Watt just in case if he gets injured. I think that might be the route to go. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get a backup for TJ Watt.
the clock now. It's the Tampa
and
Bay
Harold
Buccaneers.
Vance. And then I think we're going to get that tight end
It's the Steelers.
that I saw.
Now on the
It's like
clock.
6'6", 266. It's a backup Fryermuth and Hayward. Or we could wait, actually. We could go and get, I think I saw another edge rusher that was just as good as the one we just took, but he is now gone. So, yeah, we're going to, is that quarterback still there? And we're going to take in the third round? He is. I'll take him. Dorian Fisher, fourth round, 93 throw power. We need a backup quarterback on the roster. We let Trubisky go. It's only Kenny Pickett on the roster. Not going to be any challenge to Kenny Pickett. Just need a backup quarterback. And tight end. Is he still there? Okay, we gambled. He is gone. I'm just going to take him with the next pick. Is there any other tight end down here that we're interested in? I don't think so. Don't think so. Could get this guy Tyson Fry. He's a vertical threat. A to C catching. A run block. B awareness. B break tackle. I mean, we could take him, but doesn't look like there's any tight ends left. Now, we do need depth on O-line because we don't know if we're going to bring back Dan Moore. Don't know what's going to happen with Mason Cole's contract, Kendrick Green's contract. So this guy right here, this pass protector, Alex Hoover, looks like the best. He is an old rookie, though. He's 24. So if we take him, we're going to have to play his ass off rip. He is only a normal dev. We don't have to play him off rip. He's probably going to be just a good depth lineman. Could start, though, next season.
The Pittsburgh Steelers on the clock now.
I like that right guard, though. I like that right guard, though. Fifth round, sixth round pick. I do need a tight end, though. Do need a tight end. Actually, now when I think about it, we don't have anybody behind Terrell Edmonds or anybody good behind Minkah Fitzpatrick. So we could go with a run support, backup strong safety, and this guy has great strength. Yeah, we're going to take him. A block shedding might be a steal. Only normal dev. Not really getting, hidden dev traits, but it's not all about the hidden dev traits. And with our seventh round pick, I think we just go tight end. Or I think tight end or another edge rusher or a defensive tackle. I think that's where we go. Maybe defensive tackle. We did lose. Did we lose Montravius Adams? I think we lost Montravius Adams. So maybe we should go defensive tackle. There's just nobody really there. Maybe one of these guys can flex inside. No, I need a defensive tackle or I need a tight end. Or do we develop some more wide receivers? Don't know what Deontay Johnson's I think they paid him. They paid him already. We have enough running backs. Man, I don't know. Tight end? Anybody? A catching, D route running. This guy can run block. Do we just take the best run blocking tight end in the draft? Got Fryermuth, who's kind of like our receiver. You got this possession guy down here who doesn't look that bad. He also has a run block. I think I'm going to take this guy. He can at least catch and run block. So we're going to take him. Wow. Draft king. I saw this guy. I was going to take the other guy that had a run blocking. And this guy also had a run blocking. It was a little bit better of a catcher, a little bit better route runner. Hidden dev, 7th round pick. Not a Mr. Irrelevant, but a couple of picks away from being Mr. Irrelevant. And with that, we finished our draft. Let's look how we did overall-wise. We got most of the players we wanted. Didn't have to trade up. I can't believe Javon Kinlaw is asking for a damn trade already. But we did I would give us probably like a C minus. I mean, we really didn't need that much. It was just the first two picks, and then the rest was just depth. Don't think any of these other guys, even the hidden depth tight end, is not gonna start or play. The safety, the guard, the quarterback definitely is not gonna play. Vance probably so even Haskins isn't gonna start or play. We have Jonathan Jones, who we just signed, and then we have our rookie corner that we took last season. We have Levi Wallace. So none of these guys are gonna start or play, even though Haskins is gonna see the field as our fourth corner. You know how we use our four corners. We love our four corners. Manny Harvin is probably really Manny Harvin's not. What am I talking about? Manny Harvin isn't even going to start. He's going to sit behind Javon Kinlaw if we don't trade him because he's asking for a damn trade already after signing him. But we have Javon Kinlaw, we have Wharton, our defensive tackle, who we took in the second round last season, and we got Cam Hayward for another year. So none of these rookies are probably going to start, even though Haskins and Marvin or Harvin will be in the rotation. Let's see who was the best overall player in the draft. This draft class is kind of weak. It was a defensive end that went to the Chargers at number 3. Second best player, of course, it goes to the Ravens in our division. Pick 30 in the second round. And those safeties got taken. There's always a running back up there. And, where was that other defensive end? He went a pick before us. Let's just go to the picks. He went a pick before us. We were 20-something. It was Travis Morris, so he was a 71 normal. So, hey, Broncos country, thank you for taking him. But, I mean, don't know how I feel about it, but we made the playoffs for the first time here in Madden 23. It's just... It was the Steelers. I guess they were the chosen one. But we made the playoffs, first round exit. We made a couple of moves in free agency. Don't know who all is going to be here during the season. I'm already asking for trades. But I will pick up the phone. I will answer the calls. But we got some dev traits. We have some new X factors. We have some new stars. And this Steeler team, I can't even cap. This Steeler team, we might be able to do something with them in year 3. But that'll wrap it up for part 2 until the next episode.